Welcome back to the exciting conclusion of Chapter 12. I know that you have just been sitting on pins and needles since Monday. All right, we are about at the self-test, aren't we? Ah, there he is, as promised. All right, McGraw-Hill. Chapter 12. Non-chord tones. Oh, it's going to make Catherine's day. We got a little pink and a little green.
I'd totally forgotten about that. I like those colors.
I used to go to a restaurant as a kid and they made suckers that were those colors swirled. And they were
That's perfectly fine. Just not in grass.
Watermelon. And they were great. I think it was the Startup Candy Company. All right, here we are. Self-test 12-2. Go back to example 7-9 on page 100, which shows non-chord tones in parentheses, and identify the type of non-chord tone in the blanks below. Always show the interval classification, 7, 6, and so on, when analyzing suspensions. Spoiler alert, 2 and 6 are going to have a... Oh, maybe not. Scratch that. Never mind. All right, here we go. Is our link going to work today? Anybody want to put money on it? Oh, my goodness, it did. Measure 1. What is our non-chord tone in the right hand? Spoken like a true pianist. In the treble clef, what is our NCT?
You gotta say in the right hand.
Good.
That's what I said the first time.
I believe it's the F and the A.
It is the F and the A as marked in parentheses, but what kind is it?
It's a minor third because it's A flat.
Looking for something like suspension,
passing.
It's a passing tone.
Yes, it is. It's a passing
Good morning.
tone.
My bad. My brain's not awake yet.
That's okay. E for effort. We'll take it. All right, so we're going to put a P here for passing tone. Number 2, we have 2 of them in parentheses.
Well, the bass one would be passing tone again, right?
It would. I'm going to reshare my screen and so we can listen to this. How about that?
Example 7, 9.
Oh, that sounded like a passing tone to me. I hate this example because it gets stuck in my head all dadgum day long.
It's so nice.
It is. It's pretty. It's probably the best thing Beethoven wrote. All right, right hand, treble clef, measure 2.
Is that a neighbor tone?
It is a neighbor tone. I don't like that N. I'm going to redo it. The book does a lowercase n. All right. Ooh, measure 3. Treble clef.
Is it a suspension?
It is. What numbers do you want to give it?
Seven, 6.
Now, why would you use such numbers as 7, 6?
Because it's my favorite gas station.
Yeah.
Because
76ers basketball team.
between A and G. That's 7.
A and G is a 7th, and A and F is a 6th. Does everybody see that? That's why we called it a 7-6. Are you with me? Are your friends with me? If your friends have questions, let me know. Between the A flat and the G, deduce down an octave. It's a 7th. Oddly enough, it's the exact same key that your favorite band, the Smashing Pumpkins, did their song 1979. You hear the 7th, and then the 6th. You with me? All right. Next, measure 5, right hand, treble clef.
Passing.
Garden variety of?
Passing tones.
Nice. I guess we're calling this the alto part. Who knows what's going on there? It's just a pianist playing, so it's their middle fingers. What's going on there?
Passing.
Yeah, another one passing.
Another passing? All right. Measure 7.
Suspension.
What kind?
Four, 3.
Good. Good, Zach. 4-3 suspension. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will conclude this round of Find the Non-Chord Tones in Beethoven.
Air horn sounds.
We are going to double the money when we come back after this commercial break on Find the NCTs.
Dark Bay Theory.
Have you heard it? It's beautiful, isn't it? You haven't heard it yet. It's on all my videos now.
Oh, I need to go look.
All my theory videos. I have an introduction jingle. You're missing out.
I think we need to look at it right now.
I think we need to like and subscribe right now. That's what I think. Post on Instagram. All right, we are leaving this. So if you didn't get your screenshot, sorry. You're going to have to watch the replay. We are going to go to the next example. Which I don't know where it is, but we'll find it. Self-test 12.2. Do the same with example 10-4 on page 147. There's a little Bach for you.
Example 10-4.
Well, that was fun. What is everything?
First two are passing notes.
Passing tones?
Yeah.
Suspension in the left hand, measure 1.
What kind?
Seven.
5/4?
E
Is
to
there such a
D?
thing as a 5/4?
Not here.
It would be a 7/6 suspension, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
I'm sorry, I thought it was a B.
I
I'm
thought the same thing.
blind.
I thought the same thing when I first looked at it. You know, there's 3 types of people in this world, Pete. Next.
And the last two are passing.
Is that legal to have 2 passing tones in a row? It is in the state we live in. All right. Nice job.
One question. Would you consider the E in the, I guess, alto, beat 3 of measure 1? Would that count as something? Or we just label that as an F, measure 7?
That's a good point. I don't know. I think it probably is something where they didn't want us to lose our hair over it. Because we're in the key of C major, so if we're analyzing that as a 7th chord, it's a 4/7, which is absurd. I mean, not absurd, but unusual, shall we say?
But it's Bach.
Notice how the book conveniently didn't label it as a 4/7. It's approached by the same note and left by a leap. According to our charty chart, what is that? Didn't make the list. Are we going to call it a neighbor group? You want to call it a neighbor group?
Is it an escape tone?
No, escape tone is approached by step left in the opposite direction. You might be able to make that argument, Pete, if you drag in beat 1 into the conversation. If you tied the E, you definitely have that argument, except it leaps in the same direction. Neighbor group. You might be able to make the case for a neighbor group. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. On we go. Analyze chords and non-chord tones in this excerpt. Then make a reduction. Oh no. By number 1, removing all NCTs. Number 2, using longer note values or ties for repeated notes. And 3, transposing parts by a perfect octave when necessary to make the lines smoother. Study the simplified texture. Do any voice leading problems appear to have been covered by the embellishments?
Self-test 12-2A3.
Well, that was beautiful. Now we got to go find all the non-chord tones because they didn't do it for us. Let's start with an analysis, shall we? What key are we in?
E flat major.
E flat major. Tonic chord, true story. There as well. Little 5/7 action at the end. All right, ready to go. Chord number 2. Zach, what do we got?
A passing tone?
No. Chord number 2.
Oh. 5.
5. Andrew, how do you account for this A flat that's sitting there? What are we going to call that?
Can I get a bit of assistance?
What note does this, what relevance does this note have in relation to this chord?
Oh, it's the
You got it. Say
what's
it.
the word? Leap? No. I forgot the word for it.
Who can help him?
It's a passing tone.
It's not a passing tone.
It's not.
Catherine.
Yeah, it's the 7, right?
It's the 7th. We took the dominant and then we made it a dominant 7th. Does everybody see that? We had the dominant and then we just added the cherry on top, the 7th. All right. David, what chord is this?
That is a minor 6.
Yes, it is. Jared, what is the next one?
That's a 5 chord
It is in.
in first inversion.
Good job. Sophia Ruby, what is next?
I knew you was gonna do that. Pass.
No passing. We're in E flat. We got an E flat, a G, and a B flat. What does that tell us?
That is a 1.
You got it. I got a question for you at the end of class, so hang after, will you?
Okay.
Next, what is this? What are these notes?
Another one. Oh, those.
Could it be a 2 chord?
Uh-uh.
No.
Are those passing notes? Tones?
Those are passing tones. Good. Christian, what's the next chord? We've got an E flat, we've got a G, and we've got a B flat. According to our charty chart in the key of E flat and E flat and G. Go ahead.
Would that be like a 1?
It would be a 1. In. We got G in the bass, so we got it right.
First inversion?
You got it. Good job. I see stepwise motion out of the bass. What do we think?
Passing.
That would be a passing tone, right?
That it would. All right. What the devil's going on the next chord? We are in E flat and we have a B flat, an F, an E flat.
This is suspension in the right hand, right?
Yeah.
Or rather, the alto.
That's right. What are our numbers? B flat to E flat is?
4-3.
So we have a 4-3 suspension happening right there. Does everybody see it? So this is the non-chord tone. So what are we calling B flat, F, and A flat? I've seen that chord before. Nico, what do you think it is?
I was gonna say, like, wait, are we at the? We're at the. Where are we at? The fermata? Oh, we're right there. Okay.
Or an E flat, we got a B flat, F, and A flat. If I look at my charty chart, the only possibility for that is
B flat, A, and F. That would be. Where is it at? B, A, and F. Would be the second.
ooh, the second would be F, A flat, C, E flat, which doesn't jive with our B flat.
B, A, F.
It doesn't stack nice and neat, does it, into a triad?
No, because
so that means we're going to be
on the chart.
That means we're going to be dealing with some kind of a 7th chord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what do we got?
Is it a 5?
It's just a 5.
Oh my god.
5-7.
Why did I see that when she said that?
That's how it works. That's called Murphy's Law.
Because I wasn't looking at the 7th, and I didn't see the A there.
Yeah. So that was kind of tricky, but once you realize it didn't stack into a nice triad, you gotta engage that higher line, right?
The 7ths. Yeah.
Yep. Good. All right. So what are we doing with that E flat that's coming off the F?
Is it a neighbor tone?
It is. It is a downward neighbor tone.
Ooh, nice specification there.
Yeah, did you like that? I didn't have enough. I'm not a good enough a musician to say if it's accented or unaccented. What do you think?
Probably unaccented because it's on a weak beat, but I don't know.
Yep, I think you're right. No, it's on a medium beat. See, this is where we get into trouble when we talk about Canada, because Canada would call that a medium beat. So does that make it an accented? Strong, weak, medium, weak. Strong, weak, medium, weak, right?
Well, it's not even on the medium beat because it's on an and.
Yeah.
It's a division.
All right, we'll call it weak then, unaccented. Okay, next. They didn't label that last bit because it's a continuation of the dominant seventh. True story. Your B flat here is going to carry over. Your A flat here is going to carry over. And you have a D and an F. So we continue our dominant seventh. Is everyone all right with that? Trevor, what's the next chord on the fermata?
The one with the half notes?
Yep.
Okay. Trying to figure out what the first note is first.
We've got an E flat, an E flat, an E flat, and a G.
Oh, 3 E flats and a G. I'm gonna say probably a 1, but I have no idea.
You got it. Good job.
Oh. Awesome.
Okay, so I have a friend in the chat that would like more clarification on the strong beat, weak beat thing that I was talking about. So when we are in 4/4, we have a strong beat for 1. We have a weak beat for 2. We have a medium beat for 3. It's not weak, but it's not strong, so they're going to call it medium. And then we have a weak beat for 4. When we are in 3/4, we have strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. When we're in 2, we have strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak. When we are in 6, we can think of that as strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. But most of the time we're in 6, we're not going to count it in 6, we're going to count it in 2. So it's going to be strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. Friend in the chat, does that make sense? Strong beats versus weak beats? You can feel them, and you can, when you're in things like choir and band and orchestra, usually you're given kind of a strong gesture from your conductor, hopefully. So we were talking about, we had this little neighbor tone right here. Doesn't influence cadences, no. It just earlier in the book was kind of being over the top as the book is, and we've been making fun of the book, this chapter, quite a bit. And they said that a good musician adds modifiers to their non-chord tones. So yes, this is a neighbored tone because it is approached by step and it leaves by step. But the book was just saying you can clarify that non-chord tone further by saying it is a unaccented neighbor tone because it falls on a beat other than a strong beat. So that's all we were doing, is we were further modifying. What was the other modifier we used, Ethan? I'm already forgetting. Oh, it's a downward neighbor tone. It could have been an upward neighbor tone or a downward neighbor tone. And we were just specifying that it was a downward neighbor tone on a weak beat. But we're just, you won't ever have to be asked to do that. We were just dogging on the book a little more. So it is a neighbor tone. I should have put an N. I'm sorry. Let me put an N there. It is an N for neighbor tone. And this is interesting. This is a suspension. Well, I guess it's just a suspension. Sorry. So I think I've labeled all my non-chord tones. All right. Who needs to be picked on now? I think it is Jared. No, I already picked on Jared. Skylar's turn.
It's a 5/6 chord.
Attaboy, good job. All right, Claire, we're back to you. Are you here? What is this chord? She had to answer the door. Jordan, what chord is this?
It's a 6. No, it's. Give me a second.
We got an E flat, a B flat, an E flat, and a G. And we're in the key of E flat.
A 1.
Good.
Sorry, I was thinking.
That's all right. I was going to yell at my roommate. He's stealing all the Sour Patch Kids. Man, roommates, I tell you. All right, next chord. We got an A flat, a C, and an E flat.
Is that a 4 chord?
That is a 4 chord in first inversion, right?
Yeah.
Nice work. What are we calling that D there?
Passing tone.
Passing tone. All right. Claire's back. Claire, what is this chord right here? We are in E flat, and we have an E flat, a B, an E flat, and a G.
The tonic, the 1.
You got it. Good job. See, you can do this. What are you scared? You should have seen the fear in her eyes. Oh, my goodness. I was like, she's never going to come to class again. Okay, what do we got in the right hand? With these little eighth notes here, what do we can call those?
Passing tones.
Passing tones. Good, Zach. All right, looks like we got another 4. Is that true? Boom. Eighth notes off the 4 chord.
Passing.
Passing, good. All right, what's this chord?
A 1 chord.
Good. In?
First
inversion, good. And then that A flat off the bass.
Passing tone.
Good. All right, then we've labeled the rest of the chords, but we've got all kinds of fun in there, don't we? All right, so what we've labeled a 5/7, this E flat has no business being in a part of. So what are we going to call that?
That would be a suspension, right?
Yes, it would. What's our numbers?
Let me count it real fast. Be a 4/3, right?
Right. 4/3
Yes.
suspension. Good job. And then in the tenor, what is going on?
Neighbor tone?
Good. A downward neighbor tone.
Super weak and unaccented.
Yeah. Good job, team. Look at us go. Oh, yeah. All right. They wanted us to do a... what do they want us to do? I'm not going to make us do it. I don't want us to do it. It's a lot of work.
Reduction.
Yeah, we're not going to do a reduction. Is that all right? That we don't do the textural reduction? Would anybody be sad? Would anybody feel ripped off like their educational experience was being dampened and not fully realized if we didn't do the reduction?
Reflector does not adequately.
What? I missed everything you said. All right. We're going to skip the reduction. That's a lot of work. Okay. Can I clear my screen? That stupid Beethoven song is still playing in my head. Man alive. It's hard being me sometimes. All right. After reviewing the discussion of embellishment, decide what one suspension would be best in each of the following excerpts. Then renotate with the suspension and at least one other embellishment. Remember to put parentheses around non-chord tones and to label non-chord tones and arpeggiations. Well, this looks fun. Let's listen to that. We're in F major. What are good intervals to put a non-chord tone in?
A third?
Yeah. We just fill in the steps, don't we? So we could put in a nice passing tone right there, huh?
They want us to renotate the entire thing, though.
Yeah. I want $1 million, a helicopter, and kids that don't scream, but I don't get it. That's my father-in-law's joke. All right. Anything else you want to add to that?
We need a suspension, right?
We need a suspension. Wow, that was weird. Somebody was saying something.
Suspension on.
Say again? Say again, Catherine?
Well, I was thinking a suspension from the 6 to the 4, but I don't think we could do that.
We can do anything we want.
Okay, I wouldn't know how to do that. There you go.
Well, we could hold the alto over into the second chord.
Are you talking in the 6 to the 4?
Talk about making like a 4/3 by tying the F over into the 5 and then resolve it there with an
Here?
Yeah.
So you want to get rid of that E, put an F there.
Yeah, chord note F, and then you can just go to the E.
That's exactly what the book did.
Perfect.
And it's so predictable.
Yep, that's what the book did. All right, let's do another one. We are in F sharp minor.
We could put a passing tone between beat 3 and 4 in the bass line.
I love it. Nice.
I suppose you could stick a passing tone between in the alto between the A and the C.
Good. Ooh. Interesting.
Can we do a suspension off a passing tone?
Sure,
That
maybe.
legal?
Where do you want to do it?
In the alto with the, is that D? No, not D. B. Going up? I don't know.
What note would you go to? You want to repeat the B?
Yeah.
Does that give us any part writing problems?
I'm not sure.
Would that be a true suspension though? Or would that be like a retardation or something?
I don't like this green. Can I get rid of this green?
Pull out that pink.
Oh, for the love of Pete, give me my pencil back. Pete, sorry. I curse your name every time, don't I? Anybody got their shot yet? Don't want that. So we got that. So, Ethan, you're saying it wouldn't be a suspension?
Because it's going up, right?
Yeah, what would that be?
A retardation?
A retardation. Is that what you wanted, Catherine?
Sure. I just didn't know what to call it.
It just says it wants a suspension in direction, so I wasn't sure if they wanted to take that literally or not.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
But yeah, you could do that, Catherine. Okay, this is what the book does. Are you ready? They do.
Put it on the one.
Sorry? Say again?
I was just doing what you were doing. Putting on the bass part.
Yeah, they put a suspension in there. So, Ethan, they take your E sharp here and make it an E natural. I think we always did it in E natural. I just never marked it. So, all we're doing is dressing up, giving things, putting in non-chord tones. Does anybody here remember what the definition of arpeggiation is? Great. Let's go figure that out because they want us to do arpeggiations and none of us remember what it is. Chapter 12.
I think it's more of a case of some of us know what they are, we just don't remember how the book puts it. Because it's so wordy.
Was that in this chapter? I thought we just had the 4.
It might
Pass,
not. It might
passing
not.
neighbor and
It's in the chart. I have the screenshot of it.
Whoa. Arpeggiations aren't on the chart. All right, that's it. I'm going old school. I'm going to actually look at a book. Chapter 12. Arpeggiations.
Isn't arpeggiation just moving up in thirds? Like because like I know for like playing music, like scales, arpeggiations, it's the 1, the 3, the 5, the 8, or the 1 again, I guess.
I think there was an example where they actually dropped an octave and they called it an arpeggiation in the bass.
Arpeggiation is a movement from one tone to another with both tones belonging to the same chord. Yeah, Pete, you're right. Because we are working only with triads in this section, an arpeggiation can only be a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or octave. Arpeggiations may be used anywhere that passing motion is not used. Smaller leaps are generally better than larger ones, but the leap of an octave is an effective cliche when used in the bass over a 5 chord, as shown. Example 12-6 features the bass line, but with arpeggiations embellishing the 2 bass notes that had been left unembellished by passing tones. However, this is not a good example of a bass line in the style we are working with because, number 1, the monotony of the constant half notes has been replaced with the monotony of constant quarter notes, and 2, the 5-1 cadence has been weakened by the first inversion chord. chord. So the arpeggiation would be here and here. So we're inverting. We're going from a 2/6 to a 2, and we're going from a 5 to a 5/6. That's the arpeggiation. It's just inverting. I like inverting better, but whatever. As long as you know what it is. Does that make sense? Questions? All right, back to self-test 12.2. All right. We have not put in any arpeggiations yet. So I want to make sure you understand those and can put some of those in. So we are looking at the third one, right? We're in B flat major. Let's try to find a spot to put an arpeggiation.
In the second measure, could you put a D after the B?
In the bass, or
no, in the treble.
You want a D right here?
Yeah, for an arpeggiation. I was just wondering if that would work.
I think that could work. I think more probably frequently found is the arpeggiation happening in the bass. So the book does the arpeggiation on that chord, on a D, but in the bass. I have to resolve it. Is that horrible? Good. The other thing the book does is they make a 9/6 suspension. They make this a C. and they make this a B flat. Do you get the idea of what we're doing?
I don't think it's technically requiring us to use arpeggiations, is it?
Well, they just told us to label non-chord tones and arpeggiations. They did another one that I missed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They did another one right here. So, Pete, you're right. They can be in the soprano. They did one here. They turned this into a quarter note. And they went up to an A here. So yeah, just like you were talking to the other one. Totally works. All right. Next. They have us looking at an example, which is a simplified excerpt from a Bach Chorale Harmonization. Analyze the chords using Roman numerals and activate the texture with embellishments of various kinds. Although many correct solutions are possible, it will be interesting, so interesting, to compare yours with Bach's, which can be found in Appendix D. We are in...
Whoa, whoa.
We're in what key? I think we're in B flat major, but we're referencing G minor all over the place. Okay, so we're in B flat major. I'm just going to fly through these. Is this all right? Shout out chords if you want glory. All right, we are starting with a
1.
6 chord. That's correct. Then we go to a 2-7. Is that even legal? We haven't talked about that. Followed by 5, 1-6. Looks like a 5 chord to me. Followed by a Garden variety 1 chord. Another 1 chord. Another 1 chord. 6. 4. 2. 5, 6. 1. 5. So I'm just going to play what they do to spice it up. Is that all right? I don't want to spend forever on this. Okay, once as written. And their embellishment. So pretty stuff in there, right? Non-chord tones can really make stuff pretty, spice it up. So that's what we're after. Can we hop over with the last 14 minutes of class, start looking at the workbook? All right, non-chord tones. We've done some of this already, have we not? I'm failing to remember. Let me grab my actual archaic paper copy. All right. Chapter 12 starts on page 91. We have 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. 8 pages. We'll see about that. All right. 12.1, we were talking about embellishing one-to-one counterpoint. It seems that we already went over this. Am I crazy? No one remembers. Pretty sure we already went over this page. Okay. This is part C here. Part C says, make up a progression with the parameters given below, then compose a good one-to-one counterpoint. Finally, on a different staff, compose an embellished version, add labels. Can we scrap C? Is that all right? I think if we do 91, A and B, you're getting the experience of embellishing stuff. So I'm going to scrap C on page 92. Is that all right? No one's offended? All right. Next is exercise 12-2. So we're analyzing this piece by Bach. Did we do this yet?
Exercise 12-2, A2.
So we just want you to answer these questions. Well, they're going to have you go back and do this example 8 in your book. They're going to analyze the non-chord tones and just fill in the blanks with their passing tones or whatever, neighbor, arpeggiations, etc. And then here they want you to analyze this and rewrite a reduction. So it's only 4.5 measures, so I'm fine with that. That's not crazy. All right. So this B is what we were just doing. Putting in suspensions and retardations. And at least one other embellishment, like a passing tone or a neighbor tone. So that doesn't look too terrible, does it? All right, part C is not bad either. We're just labeling non-chord tones. Well, this is a simplified version, so they want us to embellish it with some non-chord tones. Okay, the next part I think is important so that you all can understand how the Roman numerals work. And not, I shouldn't have said Roman numerals, I should have said Arabic numerals. Which is shown with the 4s. Does everybody see that? So we are composing a melody over the top. We're analyzing the harmonies with Roman numerals. If there's no Arabic number, what does that mean?
It's in root.
Yeah. So these are root position, root position. What if we have a sharp? What does the sharp mean?
You raise the third.
Raise the third. Good. Okay. So I want you to do that part.
Oh wait, Doc, I have a kind of a dumb question. It's been a little bit since I've done these. Refresh me. What does the 4 mean again?
What does the 4 mean? Doesn't that just... Hold on. I believe it's a suspension, is it not?
After looking at the page again, it says it up at the top.
Yep.
I didn't see it. Never mind.
Good. Can we dive into this one a little bit more?
Please.
All right. So this is a bass line from a Bach Chorale. What key are we in?
For the first one, A minor, looks like.
Yeah, they're so dumb. They tell us to do the Roman numerals, and then they don't even do it in their answer key. Jerks. Is McGraw-Hill listening? All right, we are in a minor 1. Minor 1. What is this going to be? 5? Is this true? Has the jet made it to your house? Has the jet already left your house? Wait a minute, it'll show up. Don't worry about it. All right. Next, if we have an F and a 6, we know that the root is
D.
Which makes this
be a 4 or 6.
4. It's got to be a 4, right?
Yeah.
1 6. 4. 1. So is this a 5 with a 4-3 suspension?
I guess you could say that the 4-3 suspension there is basically a 6-4 credential, right?
Yes. But you're going to have the... Yeah. That's right. So, with that, you're just going to put in a simple melody line, fill in an inner voice, and add your non-chord tones. Okay, so what melody notes do you want to put in here? You're thinking about it. You're shaking your magic 8 ball. Should we put in a tonic?
Yes.
All right, we'll put in a tonic. This is what your book did. They did a half note. If you don't want the answers, stop the video now. You could also do your own thing, couldn't you? Something like that. Everybody see how to do it? I'll pick up here next time. We've got plenty of time to spend more time on this. But let's see if you can get some good work done this weekend on it. Because I'm not going to go back and do old stuff from the workbook. I'm just going to plow forward from here. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
So we'll make this due like the end of next week. And we also have a chapter 12 quiz, which we need to do. So plan on getting that done. I'll post it. The chapter 12 quiz is a lot like this workbook. They give you half notes to embellish. They ask you to add the best suspension and non-chord tones. And then they ask you to analyze an example, finding the non-chord tones, and doing the Roman numerals like we did as a team earlier today. So that's what will show up on your quiz, okay? All right, I will see you all tomorrow in ear training.
Thanks, Doc.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
There are other people in here. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Sophia Ruby.
Yes. Sorry, my baby's in class in the
That's
background.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. Your major is commercial music, is it not?
Voice, commercial music and voice.
Okay. I was trying